It's okay. I'm gonna save the world. Where they have, if you ever watch Heroes, save the cheerleader, save the world. Well, today I'm gonna save you by saving and changing your mind. Though, for adults it's a little bit harder to change the mind because they're always stuck. Since they have accumulated over the years of experience and bad ideas that were it was so bad that it doesn't fit the modern reality right now. Now, that's not to say that they can change the reality, but since we're talking about perception is reality, most people don't understand reality. Most people say perception is reality, but then if you look at it, they truly don't understand what is reality, or in essence, what is perception. Because perception is reality, they say, but what is truly perception? Well, you see, as in my couple of videos, I would say that, if you understand how perception work, or matter of fact, how psychology work, then, or the mind or the brain works, then you will understand that all the ideas and experience and all the beliefs that you had growing up, they mold who you are today. The past made who you are, but it doesn't determine your future unless you decide it will be, because it's your choice to let your past, your belief system, to dictate how you will act from this point on, right? You got it. Now, here's the thing that people don't understand. If in reality that perception is reality, that you and I, human beings, that we have the ability to change and warp and to distort our lens, if you will, because the lens are the perception. The lenses which you interact with your world, or people within this 3D world, right? Of course, most people would say like there's another dimension, of course. But if we're living in this 3D world, we have to understand how human beings interact with each other, how we perceive things. We see it's hard to persuade or influence people if their belief and value is not the same as yours. Unless they are the same as yours, then you have the ability to persuade and relate to them, and you get them to move where you want it to go. Not for bad, not manipulation. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Now, all these ideas that we have accumulated over time, it could be, I'm not good enough, I'm stupid, I'm not good at math, I'm not good at anything, I'm not talented, all my life I've been a loser. So therefore you accumulate all that, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Therefore you act within that belief, right? You act. So if you say you're stupid, you're gonna act, and it's gonna show you the evidence of it. Therefore you say, that is right, I am stupid. So, and then what happened is your ideas and belief system, which is the lens which you see the world with, which control your perception, it control your reality, it can control how you act towards yourself, toward others, and ultimately your world. So how can we change our perception? Well, it's by repetition of different ideas that go into your head. We can, you see, we humans are not like any animal. We're not like animals. We can actually change, who we are. We don't have to stay the same like animals. Of course, they are, to a degree, are acting on instinct. We have instinct, but we have another level, of consciousness, if you will. Now, if you become aware of these, of your inner or subjective world, then you can actually mold your subjective world, your inner world to reflect your outer world to that. Now, it's saying that it's impossible. It is not impossible. You know, if you would listen to people who have different ideas as you, you know, the reason why most people get stuck is because there isn't human error of thinking. They call it the confirmation bias. Basically, I said this in my other video, is where we tend to seek information or knowledge to our existing belief, except we never actually look for different belief. Well, now, whether you hate billionaires or not, you know, billionaires has they can operate dualities. That means they have different ideas in their head, you know, contradicting each other, but they don't let that stop them. They can hold different views, you know. That's the self-made billionaire effect. Now, it's very interesting how if you change the way you see things, the thing that you see changes, right? How is that possible? Well, let's say you say school is important. You believe that to be true. That is your reality. That is your perception. So what you're going to do, you will in turn to believe that in conviction so strongly, you only see what's the evidence tell you. So you will see all the people around you. You will hear them say that, oh, school is important, and you will be attracted by them, and then you're gonna go hang out with people who think school is important, right? And if a person who make you discomfort or cognitive dissonance is if you see another person talking about he hates school and he don't think school is important, you say he's probably stupid, right? You probably say he don't know what he's talking about. And your reality is that when you do things that confirm your belief, you tend to believe them more strongly and more powerfully. And it's hard to actually convince you unless I can back that up with proof, with social proof, with a lot of evidence, and throwing at you at several evidence that, yeah, school is not that important that you would think it is. I can throw you facts and figures unless I can relate you at some level. And if you feel stupid, you're gonna look for evidence that's say that you are stupid. Like you fail at math, you couldn't do schoolwork, or you couldn't keep up, and you keep making mistakes. You're gonna see that around, right? Now, here's the idea. What if we actually change our perception? How? By changing the idea and molding our belief system to distort our reality. Now that may seem ridiculous or preposterous. It isn't into the degree that you think it is. You know, successful people have different mindset than the average or the person that's don't have these ideas. The successful people actually they call it bend reality, where they bend reality to their will. Now it may sound weird and woo, but it's true. Have you ever noticed why some people become successful while the other one has not become successful? It's because their idea about themselves, that they warped or distort their idea. They actually use repetition of an idea that they want to believe so true that they're acting toward their reality, that somehow and in what way that reality give way to them. That sounds ridiculous, right? Because we have this notion that luck is a thing. I don't believe in luck. I create my own luck. I stopped thinking about bad luck or good luck. People have this myth that if you look at a black cat, you get bad luck, or you crack a mirror, it's bad luck. All this superstitious is not true. Now, so basically, how do we actually change the idea? Let's say school is a point. What if this person, what if I disrupt it and say, no, that's not true. I have evidence. Bill Gates, he dropped out of Harvard. He becomes successful and he get handed a degree to him. And what would you say? You say, that's a lie. No, and then I bring up, Steve Jobs dropped out of high school. Thomas Edison, he dropped out of high school. Steve Jobs dropped out of college. That's what I meant. And then you say, impossible. But then you start to dig in the biography, or you watch their video where they're giving a commencement to college student when their college students finishing graduation, you know. Or what if you actually read a book on how actually the human brain works, and you found out you have 100 billion brain cells with a lot of connections, synapses, and where the mind or the brain is malleable, or it's adaptable, where it can change, it can mold, it can grow, right? Where you can actually create new brain cells and then new neural pathways. So therefore you begin to play with this idea that, hey, maybe I can learn, and then therefore you stop thinking about you're stupid, because that's how I used to be. You know, I think that I used to think that I was stupid, and then I confirmed it to be true. You know, I look for evidence. I look for failed math. No, not failed math, but failed English, or failed this, and D's and F, and then everything. Until I realized your brain is an amazing machinery that can actually either, see, your mind or your brain can actually help you in achieving your goals or your reality, or it can hurt you in your reality. It's how you input information, because whatever information that you put in, it become part of you, and it become part of your reality. If you understand perception and psychology, not the mental illness side, but I'm talking about cognitive psychology, if you understand the aspect of the bias in the human brain, then you will understand how to make your reality a different way. And that's how you actually transform your life. You act differently. You become a different type of person. You start to where your friends start to say, "Oh wow, you're so lucky," but that's not how it works. Because you become a different type of person. You become a hero to people. You inspire people to become great. You do great things. You become a good person, a kind person. No, not that bad stuff. You know that people talk about. You know. See, I remember I got this guy, he was doing my haircut, you know, he told me I was a bad person or a bad kid. He's Asian, you know, I expect, I was so happy, right? But then he, you know, smashed shit, right? Mashed stuff up. And he's like, you know, I told him that I skipped school, you know, and I start to, and then I didn't actually graduate. And he said, I'm a bad kid. No, I'm a good kid, but I did bad things. That's a difference. But in life, you have situation that when you were little, you didn't know any better. You know, you don't have ideas like from books or, you know, audio, video, YouTube video like we have now. We have abundance of information and knowledge through either Google, Instagram, Twitter, you know, blogs, article, YouTube videos, all that not crap, but online videos, online courses, everywhere. So it's not an excuse anymore to change who you are, change your perception, change your reality. It can happen. Start now. Also, subscribe to my channel, like my video, share this video because it resonates with you at some level. God bless you. Oh, let's go. What? It's over and peace out.